President Trump has signed a record 142 executive orders in his first 100 days in office. Yesterday, tucked in at the bottom of the third section on an order about strengthening law enforcement, is a directive to review and potentially terminate what is known as consent decrees. Our Scott MacFarlane joins us now to explain this. Scott, remind us again what a consent decree is.
So often, John, consent decrees are issued against police departments under review by the feds for possible misconduct or bad policies or racial discrimination. There have been any number of them in the past few years. The Trump administration is shifting its civil rights division away from overseeing police departments. That is a seismic shift for an office that was opened during the civil rights movement, during the mid-20th century. Instead, the new mission statement of the Civil Rights Office of the Department of Justice, as reviewed by CBS News, includes language that it's going to focus on transgender athletes, on university protests. Just a different world, John, from what it's done traditionally, which is combat housing discrimination, racial discrimination, and police misconduct through consent decrees.
Also, we've had cuts at the Department of Justice. Tell us what the effect has been on that department.
It impacts communities nationwide. CBS News has learned more than 360 federal grants have been frozen that help groups that help crime victims, from human trafficking victims, sex abuse victims, elder victims, rural crime victims. They've been halted because the department says they no longer effectuate the priorities of the agency, which wants to put funding towards more direct programs to impact and help support victims. One of the groups that was targeted for a funding cut is the National Center for Victims of Crime, which runs a national crime victims hotline. Take a listen to the operator of that organization, Renee Williams. You think this sends a message to crime victims, too?
I think it does send a message to crime victims. The administration and Mr. Trump's campaign promises were that he was going to put crime victims first. And I believe that if these cuts are allowed to stay, that proves that that promise was not necessarily true.